And so when it comes to living as intended, when it comes to this concept, this understanding of you're supposed to be healthy, all you have to do is eat the right food that gives your body the ability to be healthy. Think about where food comes from and think about the way food was designed in the first place. Pick one. And it's easiest with animal products, but let's talk about animal products and plants. When we talk about plants were never supposed to have pesticides and chemicals poured on them. They have pesticides and chemicals poured on them because you don't like the appearance of some little hole from a worm or bug. They have pesticides and chemicals because they need them to be able to grow faster, or we need to produce them in a massive quantity. And if there's an infection or there's some sort of a bug or some sort of something going on, it could wipe out an entire crop, which is going to ruin the amount of money that can be made and the amount of people that can be fed. It's not because it makes it healthier for you, it makes it more ideal for your body to consume. Now, when it comes to animals, how are they intended to be able to be grown and harvested? Do you think that God created cows to be walking around knee deep in their own crap in a feedlot, shoulder to shoulder, bunched in thousands of them within one little area? No. And I understand why that happens. I understand why we need feedlots. I understand why we need cows to be grown a certain way to be able to feed the masses of people. It doesn't mean that that's the cow or that's the food that you need to choose. Instead, I would argue that a cow would ideally be out in grass, walking around a pasture, and living in the sunshine, living in a field. That's just the way it's designed. So that would be an example of as intended when it comes to choosing an animal product like a cow. A fish. Are you supposed to grow fish? Were we ever intended to grow a fish and then eat it? No, we're supposed to catch it with a net or a fishing pole, and they're supposed to grow on their own. So that's an example of as intended when it comes to fish. Why would you want wild caught versus farm raised? I understand that we need to make more food, right? Because according to Bill Gates, there's just too many people in the world, so we got to be able to feed them all with either fake meat which he wants to make, or we just start growing more fish. When it comes to chickens, are chickens supposed to grow so fast that they can't even stand up on their own legs? No, not really. But that's way more lucrative, and that's a lot faster and easier way to get you bigger chickens so you can have more food and they can make more money. You get the point? So when it comes to food, in recap, it's super simple. Eat stuff that's not in a package. Eat whole food. If it was made by God, eat it. If it's been altered by man, it's probably going to make you sick. And if it's made in a plant, it's bad. If it's made from a plant, it's probably good. Outside of soy, because soy is horrible for you. And then the other thing is eat as intended. And then lastly, as far as packaged food and everything else, cut out packaged and processed. If it comes out of a window or package, cut it out. But one thing I want to ask you to do before we start stripping away, oh, you can't eat this, can't eat that. Listen, it's not about a diet. First, start adding good things in. Fresh fiber first. Just start eating fresh fruits and vegetables. If that's not a regular part of your diet, just start eating produce. If you're going to eat pizza for lunch, great, have a salad. You're going to have donuts and coffee for breakfast? Fine. Have a smoothie, eat an apple, eat some berries, eat something, but you need a fresh fiber first.